Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another fleet guide video. You've probably seen that Dagger has been buffed, which kind of messed up some of the trusty counters we have been using for the past few months, so we're kind of semi back to the drawing board, retesting the counters and see which ones work, which ones don't. Is there something we can tweak to improve them? Mostly I have been people asking about the mirror matches for Leviathan, so I'll start off today with the mirror matches, and then we'll work out through other counters and see what works or not. Now, if you haven't seen it yet, what actually happened was Dagger got a couple of changes. Today we'll be focusing on this. Enemy dark side ships can't gain turn meter, including capital ships. Now, this brings back memories, doesn't it? It seems like it's some sort of a deja vu, because Sith Fighter actually with this buff got already messed up second time in the history of our game. Newer players, you might not remember this, so let's go down, take a trip down the memory lane and just remind ourselves what happened a few years back, where Sith Fighter got shafted for the first time and now Sith Fighter became useless for the second time already in the history. So if you look at the date here, now obviously the old forums are dead, but thanks to the web archive website, you can actually go back in time and view the website. It's really cool. So I was able to dig out in their archive the old original posts from CG. So if you look on 15th April 2019, Darth Malak unique was changed. And what did they add? Sith enemies can't gain bonus turn meter. Huh? I told you it sounds familiar, can't gain bonus turn meter. And what happened was, let's have a look at the post on the 19th of April, because after that, obviously, as you can see, initially when Darth Revan was launched, CG suggested that Sith Assassin is good to be used with Darth Revan. So many people at that time invested in Sith Assassin, leveled her up, because it was all about, like, if you got faster Sith Assassin, she goes, uses her turn meter ability, and then your entire team goes before enemy goes. It was really about who's got faster Sith Assassin to start the turn meter train rolling. And what happened with Leviathan mirror match? People brought their Sith Assassin to Relic 9 to be faster than enemy Sith Assassin at low relics, so they could get their turn meter train rolling and win. So you see the pattern here with Sith Assassin. And both times CG shut it down by changing the kit of its, allies that prevents bonus turn meter gains. And what happened next? Well, to the outcry of the community, so this was on May the 2nd, 2019, so just a couple of weeks after the change to Malak, they actually announced they will be returning the gear to the people that applied gear to Sith Assassin after the Darth Revan announcement. So they kind of refunded the gear because essentially Sith Fighter became useless after the change. So poor Sith Fighter just can't get a break, can she? Anyway, I just wanted to share this story with you, because maybe newer players will not remember this, or maybe some of the OGs have forgotten it. I didn't. I was a bit like, oh, poor Sith Assassin, not again. Okay, now let's head back to the actual gameplay. Now, the mirror match is for the most part same, but also different. So the change was obviously now the default starting lineup: Fury, Dagger, Bomber. So before, for mirror matches, standard lineup was the enemy would have Sith Fighter, Fury, Bomber, and then we would use Mark 6, Fury, and Sith Fighter. Now the change is we have to put Dagger in the starting lineup, so they can't gain the turn meter as well. So that's kind of the change. The overall strategy is still going to be the same. It's going to be a race to the ultimate. That's why we need Mark 6 starting, so we can gain tenacity up, and then the enemy can't apply debuffs on us for a couple of turns. And why is that important? If we need a reminder for the Leviathan, no, is it this one? No, this one. I always mix up the ability. Yeah, this one. So this ability can't be used until allied Sith ships inflict 15 debuffs. So if we've got tenacity up, they can't inflict debuffs, which means they won't be able to sabotage hungers before we do. And if they didn't use sabotage hungers, they also won't be able to get to their ultimate. So that's how you essentially win the race to the ultimate. Nothing new. It's what we've been doing in Leviathan mirror matches until now without any problems. So what I've done, just to obviously show you worst case scenarios, I removed the mod of my Darth Revan so that I will always during this testing be losing the coin flip, because if you win the coin flip, basically, you know, it's pretty much straightforward battle from here on out. Let's hop in a battle and let me show you how this goes. Same, it's gonna be very similar like Seed Fighter, with the downside is you can't kill anybody until you get to the ultimate, so the mirror matches can become a real drag. Now to begin with, I don't want to do the AoE, right, because the more damage kind of we do, the more chances we get to get more thermal detonators. So we want to, until we get tenacity up, kind of hold back on the AoEs. But there we go, Mark 6 goes now, we gain tenacity up, and now we can just use all the abilities, it doesn't even matter. But you will see it's a pretty boring match at this point. It's not even point trying to go after somebody else. I just kind of keep hitting seed bombers so I don't waste my time by moving the target around, because you can't kill anybody off anyway. We've got tenacity up, so now we can go ahead, smack the AoE. Sure, get me an assist. There we go. TIE Dagger constantly getting all those bonus turns because of the debuffs. They're bringing in Seed Fighters, as you can see. Because of all of this, we have absolutely no way here to go ahead of them, because we can't gain bonus turn either. So we can now go ahead and bring in our first reinforcements. Let's go ahead, I guess, bring in Seed Fighter. Now we can try stunning somebody, but TIE Dagger will most likely get a bonus turn anyways if we, you know, hit them too much. So I'm gonna start here, stun TIE Dagger. At least he's got a high turn meter. It might actually lose a turn. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Nice. So yeah, I just don't bother hitting anybody else. I'm just kind of constantly hitting a bomber, to be honest. There we go. And there we go. Because we had tenacity up, they weren't able to sabotage our hangars because they didn't apply enough debuffs. So that's kind of the strategy, whereas now we can do this to them. We sabotage their hangars, and then depending on what reinforcement to bring, again, no tenacity up, so I'm just gonna do basics here. I don't want to do AoE, get maybe too many thermal detonators applied on my guys. Alright, again, a few turns in, let's go ahead and reapply the tenacity up. And now we can go ahead and smack that AoE. There we go. Sure, let's heal up the team. They've got the reinforcement. Now, when it comes to reinforcements, I don't know. Like everybody in the arena, it looks like Pulp Shuttle is being reinforced. However, in Grand Arena, that could be Mark 6 most likely. And if Mark 6 takes out your TIE Dagger there, you know, if it's clever enough, then enemy will be able to start gaining bonus turn meters. So I'm not sure how reliable this will be once we hit Grand Arena. If you do lose the coin flip, it's something we'll have to test. But for the Fleet Arena, where most people, at least in my shard, Pulp Shuttle comes in first, it's pretty reliable. Oh my god, they're getting a few hits out there. Sure. Oh, I was actually able to take somebody down. It just took me 3 minutes to finally take somebody down. As you can see, they still did not land enough debuffs to use the hunger ability. And that's how you win the race to the ultimate, by using Mark 6 in the starting lineup, and obviously keep applying tenacity up. And at this point, you just hit full auto and you are good to go. So I won't here bore you with the rest of the battle, so let's just retreat and try this again. Okay, so I think I was after this opponent, so let's go after this one now, just to see if maybe they have different reinforcements and how this will go. But as you can see, for the most part, mirror matches are kind of the same. It's just, it seems like they drag on a couple of minutes longer than before. But at least after, 3 minutes, when you finally hit your ultimate, you can kind of hit auto. Same things before. We'll start off with the basic. They're gonna do their thing. We gain tenacity up. There we go. Then they do their thing. We do our thing. Let's call an assist. Hit them back. And let's go ahead and sabotage their engines, I believe this is called, right? Now we got tenacity up. We can go ahead, just use that AoE now. Call an assist. TIE Dagger obviously constantly cleansing. They're bringing in Seed Fighter, so far the same sequence. Let's go ahead and heal up. All right, maybe just clear off the foresight there, I don't know. So again here, probably best just to stun Dagger, because if I go after anybody else, stun them from my testing, then Dagger eventually cleanse them anyways. But you know what, I'm just gonna keep hitting here Bomber, because you know we can't take anybody else out anyways because of the constant dispels and things like that. So we'll just keep going, just keep hitting. Yeah, okay, there we go. They can't sabotage our hungers yet. They didn't apply enough debuffs, whereas I can do it. Sure, just give me some of that. No tenacity up on my dagger, so I'll just do a basic. We're just gonna do basics. Let's go ahead and reapply the tenacity up on our team, and now we can, you know, freely use AoEs and everything. Okay, there we go. Heal up again. As you can see, it's basically just like a standoff match until, yeah, they got shuttle again. I would really like to find somebody in my shard that actually, you know, would have Mark 6 as the second one, because that would be an interesting thing to test. Because I'm pretty sure if their Mark 6 would actually take out your dagger at that point, they could start gaining bonus turn meter. Could be a problem, could not. Maybe it would be too little too late, right? They still didn't apply enough debuffs, but who knows. There we go. Ooh, are we gonna take... Oh, alright. I got too excited there. Bomber healed up. There we go. Now they sabotaged our hungers. Okay. Let's see if we can get to the ultimate now before they do. Yes, we did. And again, you win the race to the ultimate by applying tenacity up with your Mark 6. And that's basically it. You can just hit autoplay at this point and you are good to go. Alright, let's retreat and do this one more time, see if we can find a different opponent, but I think, let's see, who's at number 5. Oh, they're still running the old one. Alright, let's then try to do one more here. There we go, just for the sake of it, just to see, can I go 3 out of 3 here? Now, I was doing testing, I did about 15 battles today with this, I think, and I lost only once. To just such a weird turn events. I don't know how they got to the ultimate before I did it, which is a weird thing, but for the most part this works. But again, with caveat that essentially Mark 6 was not the second reinforcement, so I don't know how that will go. I'll see if I can find somebody eventually in my shard to do that, but until then, I don't know, I would feel a bit nervous in Grand Arena. I don't know. Do we have territory wars before Grand Arena? Probably not, because, you know, it's better, I guess, to test this stuff in territory wars than in Grand Arena. I don't know. But anyways, you can see we got tenacity up, and I will just keep hitting Bomber until we get to our ultimate, and we should be good here. Yeah, we'll just keep hitting them. Again, Sith Fighters, this is all the same sequence every single time. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and again stun Dagger here. Just to slow them down a little bit, I guess. I don't know. We'll just keep poking at Bomber at this point. There we go. Alright. Okay, we'll just keep hitting, I guess. Again, they can't sabotage my hungers yet. They did not apply enough debuffs because of tenacity up we used on Mark 6. No tenacity up, so just basic with Dagger. Okay, just hit him. Let's go ahead, get a tenacity up and running again, and now I can go ahead smack an AoE. There we go, heal up the team a bit. Yep, Pulp Shuttle again gets destroyed. Remember, Mark 6 will not get destroyed, so could be a problem, I guess. There we go. I like to bring in always Scimitar here, so I can just hide everybody else. So they're just kind of stuck behind my Mark 6. It's got Retribution, constantly counter-attacking. Let's get an assist. Alright, looks like this time I will not be able to take down Bomber, but it's okay. We'll hit the ultimate now, and then we should be able just to hit autoplay at that point, and we should be good to go. There we go. Again, mirror matches. The same but different. So the same fact being that, you know, again, we're relying on Mark 6 interceptor to start off with tenacity up. again, and all at the same time applying lots of debuffs, so we can sabotage their hangars and they can't do that to us. And then it just, you know, wait until you get to the ultimate, really, and then hit autoplay, wait for a couple of minutes, and yeah, it'll take a while, because if you try to go after Dagger, Bomber is constantly taunting. If you go after Bomber, Dagger is constantly cleansing everybody. But eventually you do get the Bomber down, and then you can go after, I guess, Dagger. And then from here on out, you should be good to go. But again, let me know in the comments below, guys, how is it to fight mirror matches with this lineup that I'm showing you, if Mark 6 comes in as the second reinforcement and, you know, snipes somebody out. Like, if it takes out TIE Dagger, like, you've got 4 ships, I guess, so it's a 25% chance that Mark 6 would snipe out your TIE Dagger. If that happens, they can get their Thermometer train rolling, because they got Seed Fighter on the field. But at that point, you've got Sinestry up, I guess. They can't really land debuffs, so maybe it would still work. I don't know. I'll keep seeing if I can find somebody in my chart that does that. But until then, guys, hopefully this video was useful and helpful, just to show you that Leviathan mirror matches, for the most part, are played the same. They just take a whole lot of longer. You can't defeat anybody. Anyway, let's give a final moment of silence for our poor Sith assassin that got rendered useless for the second time in the history of our game. Thank you for watching, guys. I started now testing Profundity versus Leviathan, so I'll be releasing, you know, this video maybe in a couple of days once I do enough testing, just to see how consistent it is. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.